Hey y'all, welcome back to the review. We got another exciting episode for you. It's your boy Claude and your boy Easy. How y'all doing today? Easy, what's going on with you this week, bro?
Hey man, another day, another time to get an opportunity. You know what it is.
You feel me? Okay, well, we got an exciting episode for you guys today. We got a lot of different topics to talk about. We have Jalen Brown and the Celtics, what's
Yeah.
going on around the NBA, Brandon Aiuk drama, Sheduer Centers debate, Brandon Sorsby, Chris Johnson ALS, and the FIFA World Cup. Y'all ready?
Come on now,
Yeah,
lock
let's get
in.
into it. All right, so did the Boston Celtics choose Jason Tatum over Jalen Brown? I don't know. I think it get a little disrespectful. But before we get into the subject matter of what's going on, I just want to read off a couple of stats. So last season, Jason Tatum was out the entire season because of his Achilles injury. So Jalen Brown had to step up. He averaged 28 points per game, 6.9 rebounds, 5.1 assists, and 47.7% field goal range. So the thing is with Jalen Brown he's not a scrub. I know I saw articles saying that he's a seventh best player on the team, and I'm not understanding what's going on and why the Celtics are so desperate to get rid of him. But he said, what are your thoughts?
So let's address that analytic thing about him being the seventh best player on the team. If
Yeah,
you
that's
see,
crazy.
if you see on the court how dominant he is, that he is
Right.
not the seventh best player. Arguably, he's the number one, and some case he's the number two guy. He is a number one guy. No matter Clyde, if he goes to any other team in the NBA, he will be their number one. That's how good
Exactly.
this guy is. He's won a championship. He won a championship MVP. The guy's a walking bucket. You feel me saying, Clyde? But I don't think it's a light skin versus dark skin debate. I think it's Jalen Brown versus that whole organization. I feel like Clyde, they thought Clyde, they went out there and they made it known publicly we want Giannis.
Yeah.
Guess what? They didn't throw the whole book at Giannis. Miami did. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So now that they went publicly saying, "Oh, we want Giannis, we're gonna get rid of Jayylen." Now look how that backfires. And I feel like that's the type of organization. I feel like they were like, "Hey, listen, if we don't get Giannis, hey, smoke coming." And I feel like they're accepted. They accepted the smoke to be coming. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Claude. What you think?
Well, I think it's totally disrespectful. And another stat that I forgot to add was that Jalen Brown played 71 out of 82 games, and he averaged 34 minutes per game. So not only that he's a great player, he's reliable. He was there for the entire season. Now, there were comments being made that it's not his play, it's his personality, and that the organization is sick of his podcast. He had a very public debate with Stephen A. Smith, and he said that ESPN is an evil organization, which is crazy to say out loud. And there's also rumors that him and Jason Tatum never got along, that they've been beefed up this entire time, and the only thing that swelled the beef was when they won the NBA championship. And in that game they won, he was the finals MVP. So it just don't seem normal for a player to be this good to be treated this way. And so I think it is a personality thing. And I'm not gonna say a light skin versus dark skin contest, but it's definitely Jason Tatum, who's a more quiet, reserved player. Looks like he's being picked. Now, hopefully a trade gets done. Because if a trade doesn't get done, how can you expect Jalen Brown to be fully in it with Jason Tatum next season if they can't get a trade? It looks like the Celtics are desperate in getting him off the team, but there's no real plan to get him off the team. So, like, what are your thoughts? Are they going to give him away for pennies because they want to get rid of him, or the bridge is going to burn and they don't care? If they can't grade him, he has to stay.
So, Clyde, I think Boston isn't acquiring player for player. I don't think Boston cares for another player. I think Boston cares about draft picks. Boston is looking for a team that's going to throw as much draft picks as possible.
Mm.
And Clyde, we
To
talk
build a team
about
around
how
Tatum.
like a player is, how Boston like we talk about how players on and off the court is not. Clyde, as a coach myself, I don't care what you do. You have the freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to do on your podcast. But if you really think about it, why now? Like he never had an issue for the last 10 years he's been there. There was no issue. We never heard about him fighting and beefing with everybody else. Everybody talks about how smart this guy is.
Yeah,
He went to MIT. How brilliant he is. He's
agreed.
too smart for the game of basketball. When did basketball become a game for dummies?
Right.
So my thing is it something to tarnish his name? So, cause my thought process, cause if we tarnish your name, maybe we can get rid of you more, probably.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know what's going on, but all I know is they better put respect on that boy name. And
Put
what
some
Birdman
respect on it.
say? Keep my name out your mouth, you heard me?
You heard me? So yeah, I totally agree. I think that he deserves more respect than this, and I think the trade has to happen. And I'm very interested to see what's going to go down next week. And continuing on with the NBA, we got a couple of different headlines that came up that we're going to speed run through, and then he's going to get your opinion after the end. Giannis is going to Miami. I guess he's going to be right sometimes. He's headed to Miami. That's happening. LaMelo Ball is being traded to the Minnesota to be with Anthony Edwards. Super excited to see that duo team up. John Morant just got traded to the Portland Trailblazers today.
Yep.
And there's talks about LeBron James going to Golden State. Draymond Green gave up his player option to make cap space room for him and AD to come on the team. A lot of things going on. Quick thoughts about that?
About the let's start with LeBron situation. About the LeBron thing.
Big
LeBron at that
fun.
point, Clyde, he don't. It's not about the money.
Yeah.
It's about the career. You know what I'm saying? It's about having
Yeah.
fun. It's
Number
about
5.
having fun, man. Playing with your boys your last couple of seasons. So if LeBron able to pull it off, hey man, he did it. Let him do whatever he want to do. You know what I'm saying? John Morant to Portland. That crazy. That's gonna be a
Yep.
crazy lineup.
He gonna be in Oregon. No more
So,
Memphis.
that's gonna be crazy. And also we forgot to mention Clyde, the Phoenix Suns acquired Miles Bridge from Charlotte. Um,
Yes.
so Charlotte did make two trades. They traded the ball kid. Now he's with Ant. That's gonna be a dynamic. That's gonna be something fun to watch for the fans. We're just gonna have to see how do they gel and how do
If
they
they get along, that's the best part.
mesh
Yeah.
well. I kind of want to know, and cause I'm gonna spend it kind of like something because I got something that just came in my head. You know that's it's crazy. Clock.
Right, right.
The ball kid is signed with Puma.
Yeah.
He's signed with Puma.
Yeah.
Ant-Man signed with Adidas.
Yeah.
You think Ant they could probably blend like a sneaker thing together? That'll be crazy, but we'll talk about it another time.
We'll talk about it another time. We'll talk about
If
it
they
another
do
time. We'll talk
that,
about it
y'all
another
heard it
time.
from me, all right? Y'all heard it from me.
If they do a collab, you then called it first. Yeah, I mean, I'm to be completely honest. Think the NBA is gonna be very interesting next year. If LeBron James go to the Golden State, that will be the oldest team in the league. So it's gonna be the old heads versus the new heads. It's gonna be the top 4 old heads versus all the new heads that are around, and that will be a complete different direction than
The
anybody else goes. So
OG
I'm gonna
versus
keep
the
my eye on that.
YNs, boy.
Yeah, the Lions versus the old heads. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that because if that does happen and they win, I guess that would be the last shebang for the old heads. We kind of saw that play out in the Olympics, and then AD he hurt 57% of the time. So we'll see. Uh, Moving on, we have to talk about the WNBA, and we have to talk about 2 polarizing characters. And one of them is Caitlin Clark. So before we get into the Caitlin Clark debacle, let's talk about her stats. As of today, she got 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. She's currently out due to injury because her recent interaction with Alyssa Thomas, who basically beat her up, and she got suspended from the game and got $1,000 fine. Is that do the WNBA need to treat Caitlin Clark better? What's your thoughts?
Hold on, Clyde. I gotta make a phone call. I gotta make a phone call to Caitlin.
Okay. You gonna
Caitlin,
call me?
girl, what's up, girl? Hey,
Oh,
listen, I heard what they be talking about you. So for those that don't know, this is the Kobe and Caitlin Clark collab shoe with Nike.
okay.
I just had to put it out to show how I'm a fan. Clyde, I believe. Why they doing her like that, Clyde? Clyde, if it wasn't for Caitlin, we wouldn't be tuning in the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? So, Clyde, I honestly believe that like the rest, I feel like they're just turning their heads. Like we need to be. I'm not saying the game of basketball is a very physical game. I understand, but some of the fouls, Clyde, I'm like, wow, the punch to the throat. They defending Alyssa. instead of defending Caleb. So my thought process is, Claude, is when is enough going to be enough?
Mm.
Why do every game she has a target on her back or on her chest? Why? My Claude, she brings the juice, she brings the energy. She's a baller, certified baller. So why Kaylin? Why her? Come on, like what's going on?
Okay, well, let me tell you about her. The price of being a superstar. The reality of it is, a lot of us, within the past year or two, got into the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark and because of the whole injuries debacle. The WNBA historically is a very physical game, and with the new eyes on it and the new age on it, a lot of people are seeing that people are getting attacked on the court and they're not getting no calls from the ref because that's the culture of the WNBA. The problem is, if you want to protect Caitlin, you have to change the rules. We're not used to seeing LeBron James getting attacked. We're not used to seeing Steph Curry getting attacked. The NBA has made it clear you don't come for our superstars like that. These people put bust the seats. So with that being said, the only way I feel like this can be addressed is the WNBA have to change their rules, have to change the way the refs guard the game, and make it a game that's less physical. Because right now, even with the old superstars like AJ, I'm sorry, not AJ, Alja, she had to deal with that during her career. If you look at these games without Caitlin Clark, they are super physical. Now, is she being targeted? Yeah, she's the trending topic. Are they doing a lot? Alyssa Thomas did a lot. And I don't know how you change the structure of the game for one person without changing the rules for everyone. And that's going to be a whole mission within itself. And now Caitlin Clark is out due to injury. And are we going to be able to get a full season from her? Is it going to require her teammates? Do she need a Draymond Green on her team? So when somebody comes for her, they come right behind her and knock their forehead in. Something's gonna have to happen, but I think it's a cultural thing that's different from the NBA and that's different from male dominated sports because you don't get to knock out the top players in the different leagues. So that's just my thoughts on it.
Wow.
All right, well, moving on, let's talk about Angel Reese. So I just wanted to highlight Angel Reese. This season she got 14.8 points per game, 11.6 rebounds on average, and 2.5 assists. Angel
Mm-hmm.
Reese last week, she's the youngest player to receive 1,000 rebounds, faster than anyone else in the league. Now, is Angel Reese hype or not hype worth it? What are your thoughts, Easy?
I think she's a baller, Clyde. I think Angel Reese brings something special to the game, Clyde. I think Angel Reese is not only a presence as an offensive player, but she also is a good defensive player, Clyde. She gets the rebounds.
Yeah,
Clyde, she gets the rebounds. She got it
she
from
gets them.
hey, she got it from Big Unk. You know what I'm saying? Big Unk, Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, Clyde, I'm like I took her in college. I didn't understand the hype, but now, Clyde, I'm sold. I'm a fan. What do you think, Clyde?
I agree. I think that Angel Reese is a light to this game. I think that her entry with Caitlin Clark, that beef was overhyped, and I hope that they can find it to be superstars together and maybe hopefully one day play on the same team. I'm noticing that her and Caitlin are both getting really good when it comes to the NBA, WNBA. And this year I actually want to go see a game and support the league. And I think her going to Atlanta was the best move she could make. And I'm excited to see how this season ends. I know right now they're 12-7. And if they do a playoff run, that would be good to see.
And Clyde, before we go to the next segment, Clyde, shout out to the girl, Aja Wilson, Clyde, for 2026 BET's Sportswoman of the Year. Man, shout out to her, man. Thank you for what she's done for the game. She's definitely gonna be in the Hall of Fame one day, man. Just give a special shout out to her, man. All
And
right, Clyde.
Alpha, can you send me a pair of your shoes? I missed the drop. I won't miss the next one though, but I'm size 14. Just let you know. All right, moving on to the NFL. So right now, the number one topic is Brandon Ayuk and his drama with the 49ers. So before I get your opinion, I just want to leave out say some facts of what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And we gonna go from there because there's a lot to be said with what's happening with Brandon Ayuk. So first of all, Brandon Ayuk refused to come to practice. He has not shown up to mandatory training. He blames his agent for his relationship with the 49ers at the moment. Brandon Ayuk fired his agent. He wants to get out of the 49ers immediately. Brandon Ayuk $27 million. $27 million that was guaranteed when his contract was voided by the 49ers. So he won't be getting that guaranteed money anymore. Brandon Ayuk had got an injury and they didn't agree with him missing meetings and going to the rehab that they were asking him to do. Brandon Ayuk also has some legal troubles. He recorded a YouTube video of him going 100 miles per hour, speeding next to the Levi Stadium where the 49ers play, and he currently got some court troubles with that. Now, with that being said, he basically told the team he wants to get cut, and if he gets cut, he's going to the Commanders immediately. He said, what are your thoughts? Do you think he did a good job doing this? Do you think he's doing too much? Do you think the teams will pick him up? Like, is his future over? He just blew $27 million. Let me know what you think.
Wow, Claude. Let's just talk about him speeding. Brandon Ayuk, and he came publicly and apologized as well. But that wasn't the right thing to do because you're
You don't
putting
ever
on your
think
life
he'll
in
do that.
danger, but you're putting others' lives in danger as well. Um, the closest thing I can think of is Antonio Brown. When Antonio Brown did his whole shenanigans, shaboom, shebang, that's the closest thing I got. So, Claude, what he's doing, Claude, isn't the ideal way professional. What he's doing isn't ideal. What he's doing, Claude, is something that we normally don't see. So, Claude, what I believe is if he gets cut, there's teams out there that would love to have him, right? Like the Commanders. He's played with your boy Jay. They played in college together. Scary Terry. He needs
Yep.
another because Claude, they only got one good receiver, Scary Terry. If they imagine adding him into the receiver room, that receiver room magnifies just a little
Right.
bit. You know what I'm saying? And then so I think he is a talent, very great route runner, understands the game of football. He's a talented kid, but just did it the wrong way. I don't know, like Clyde, what's going on with everybody trying to get out these contracts and they their own way? You know what I'm saying? Hey, 30.
Man.
I ain't even gonna finish though. I ain't gonna even gonna finish though. I almost said, hey, 30, grab the Drake. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna finish though. But but yeah, Clyde, man, I don't understand, man. Like it's getting crazy. What do you think, Clyde?
I don't get it. I think what's really making me lose my sense with it, you voided your $27 million guaranteed money with your antics. That's crazy. Like, do you not have a team around you to tell you what's going on? What do you mean you had to fire your agent? Like, it's sometimes you get unhappy with where you work at. Sometimes you get unhappy with the organization, but you got to understand, being in the NFL is the lottery. Only select few amount of people get into it. I know sometimes when you in certain situations, you take it for granted, but you're losing generational money right now playing these games with these people. You have to really sit back and think. Is the goose worth the gander? I'm not going to cut up like that and lose my money. If they not willing to cut you, they can hold you along. Oh, if God forbid they franchise pass you, they want to trade you. They want pieces for it. Just because you want to go to the Commanders don't mean you get to go to the Commanders. What if the Commanders aren't willing to give up what's necessary for the team to take you?
Exactly. Right.
49ers are competitors. They had a good season last season.
Yeah.
So you don't get to tell them where you want to go. And you're damaging your worth with your antics. We've seen the NFL get together and team up on a player and lead them out to dry.
Yeah.
Don't think you're bigger than the program. I'm just don't know what's going on, but it's taking me back. The $27 million you lost me, it went right over my forehead because I need all that money.
That's funny.
Okay, well, with that being said, I'm ready to move on. The next topic is Sheduer Sanders. Now, is he worth the hype, or is he worth the not hype? Sheduer Sanders, as you know, was a rookie last year who had a controversial draft when he came fifth round draft pick to the Cleveland Browns. He survived a quarterback battle. Head coach got fired, and last season he played in 6 games, won 3 of them, had 56% completion rate, 1,400 yards, 7 TDs, and 10 interceptions. Um,
You said 7 TDs and 10 interceptions.
10 interceptions. They were
I
all
want you to
they
remember
were
that.
specific games. Now, let's
I'm
not
gonna
do
write, I'm
too
gonna
much.
write it down.
All right, yeah, yeah. So and last year he got $17 million from the NFLPA with his marketing and sales deal that he got going on with them. And then Shedeur Sanders sold the most jerseys in his rookie class, and at one point during the season, he had the fifth overall high jersey sale, more than Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. So he definitely got some hype, and he definitely got some haters. Ethan, what are your thoughts?
Um, I'm probably one of them haters. I'm probably one of them haters. Hey, Clyde, you said it well. This is a kid, Clyde, that is he a winner? We don't know. This is a kid you said last year in 6 games he threw 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Clyde, do the math. He turns the ball over more than he can make. Than he scored touchdowns. That's
There's
how
more
much.
nuance to it than that. There's more nuance to it than that.
Clyde,
You can't
hold
just
on.
read the
Hey,
stats.
Clyde, this is
I
my
watched the
segment.
games.
My 30
Go
seconds.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So Clyde, that tells me that he can throw a pick, but he can't throw a touchdown. But that's neither here nor there. Clyde, the hype about Sheduer. Sheduer came into the league on some bull. Not saying like I believe Sheduer should have got drafted higher. Shedeur's antics. Oh, he didn't want to go here. I didn't want to go to Boston and sit behind him. I don't want to go by. I don't want to go to. I want to go to the team where I can be the number one guy. I can do. But guess what? Did he do what he had to do when it was his time? No. Clyde, I promise you, if Sheduer went to if Sheduer went to Baltimore, Sheduer wouldn't have all them jersey high jersey sales. Guess what? We didn't come
We
to
don't
see
need to talk about what if he went to the Browns
Clyde.
and he had a high risk
Clyde,
there.
we wouldn't.
Go
They didn't
ahead.
come to see the Sheduer. They came to see Lamar, and that's what it's
Okay,
gonna
go
be.
ahead.
Clyde, is Sheduer good? He's good, but Clyde, he is not. He is not. We talking like we talking about a kid that ain't win a Super Bowl. We talking about a kid that ain't win a playoff game. We talking about a kid that played for the Cleveland Browns. Clyde, he played for the Cleveland Browns. Who cares?
Are you
Tell
done?
him to win. You
Are
know
you
what?
done?
Tell him to
Okay, okay.
win. Win some football games. Like, I'm tired of all this. Oh, Sheduer. You're not your daddy. Your daddy can talk like that. You need to be quiet.
Are you done?
You a little dog. Ralph.
All right, you done. So you just talking right now. First of all, if Ethan is a Shedeur hater, I am a Shedeur supporter, and I support Shedeur Sanders. I believe in him in his future. He is more than these stats. We all know all he had to go through last season with Kevin Stefanski acting like Dylan Gabriel was going to be over him. Shedeur Sanders got into these games, and he had some amazing games where he showed that he has the potential to be a franchise QB. First of all, this was his rookie season. He was not getting any first team reps. He was playing with
Excuses.
backups. They was playing with him in practice. And
Excuses.
Dylan Gabriel, who's going to be a backup quarterback for his entire life, if he makes maybe even practice squad, was still in reps that Shedeur Sanders needed to be developed. Shedeur Sanders not only is have potential to be great, his popularity is awesome. He sold the most jersey out of everyone in his rookie class, and nobody in his rookie class was a superstar. But guess what? Sophomore year is here, and I'm watching every game for Jackson Dart, and I'm watching every game for Cam Ward. And I guarantee you, if this QB battle is real and there's no politics going on, Shedeur Sanders is going to start. He's going to murk everybody in his class, and the conversation is going to be over. And I know he can because he has some games where he played against the Las Vegas Raiders over 300 yards. Oh, I was in the crowd, and he won the game. And then even in the Titans, when they lost the game, he still threw for 300 yards, and he won Rookie of the Week. Now that they got a young core, they actually got some wide receivers who ain't Butterfingers, Jerry Judy. We gonna see what's gonna happen. And I'm telling you right now, Shedeur Sanders is gonna be the star of the season. The hype is worth it, and I'm watching his career. All this critique for a fifth round draft pick in his rookie season. If he ain't like that, who else talking? People talk about him more than Cam Ward. And Cam Ward was sorry last year. He got his head coach fired. Well, Shedeur did too. But Shedeur ain't the reason why. He got fired because he was playing games with 5'11". Dylan Gabriel. I'm not my bad. Dylan Gabriel like 5'8", whatever he is. Playing games with him. So I'm very hyped. I think the hype is worth it. I don't agree with Easton at all. And I'm very excited to see for the season. And I know Shedeur Sanders is going to put on. And if the Browns are stupid enough to trade him, I know wherever he going to go, if they give him a fair shot, he going to rock it. And we're going to look back at this, and I'm going to have a sheet We're gonna compare the stats of everybody in his rookie class that went in front of him and their quarterbacks, and we're gonna see who the best.
First of all, don't try to swing. Don't try to go past this fast because you need to slow your ass down. First and foremost, don't ever put Sheduer Sanders and Jackson Dart in the same conversation.
You bugging.
Do not put Jackson Dart and Sheduer Sanders is a
Concussion dart.
Clock.
His name ain't
Sheduer
Jackson Dart. It's
Sanders.
concussion dart.
Clock. Think about it. We were talking about Jackson Dart to slow down. Jackson Dart, stop doing what you're doing.
Cause he a
Stop.
head case. He a crash
Clock.
out.
But
He
guess
gonna
what?
get a
We were talking
concussion.
about. Guess what they were talking about Sheduer. She don't want to be a musician. He was want to be a rapper. He want to be a producer. He want to be a model. Tell the man go play some football. Go play some football, man.
He gonna do it all.
Boy, I almost said something to you, but we look on the show.
You over here record concussion dart. We'll see.
Hey, listen.
We got 2 more months left. We'll see.
We gonna see.
Cause I'm gonna be ready. All right, moving on. Brandon Sorsby and his antics. Brandon Sorsby admitted that he spent over $90,000 across his college career on gambling, on games and on teams where he's on. Over 40,000 or 40% of the money that he spent was while he was in Indiana. NCAA heard this. They immediately suspended him for the 2026 season. He filed a lawsuit and it was ongoing. In this time, the draft had already ended. Brandon Sorsby filed a petition with the NFL and asked them to do a supplemental draft so he can get drafted inside the NBA since he missed the win and in the NFL since he missed the window. The NFL denied it, and the NFL commissioner wrote a statement. And basically, what it sounds like is the NCAA and NFL are both taking a stance against gambling, and they want to make sure people understand there's consequences for it. But come to find out, the judge denied the NCAA request, and as of today, Brandon Sorsby is reinstated. Now, how you think about this? One, why are you snitching on yourself? If nobody ever found out, why would you say something? And two, do you think the NCAA was doing too much? Do you think the NCAA and NFL locked in and said, we got to stick together on this? What are your thoughts?
Clyde, I believe that the NCAA and NFL and not only NFL, he wanted to do CFL as well. All three are standing together, and I agree. Because Clyde, all it takes is for that one kid to break it. Guess what? There's gonna be another case every year. You know what I'm saying, Clyde? We're talking about very, very talented athlete as well. Let's not talk about his talent. He's very talented. If he'd went into the draft, he probably would have got drafted. But Clyde, like you said, like why everything I go to social media? You feel what I'm saying? So that kind of threw me left. I honestly agree, Clyde. Gambling as an athlete is almost at the same or even looked down upon, Clyde, as like PEDs, performance enhancement. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
because who says you're not going to affect the game and make sure you win your bet?
You get what I'm saying? So like I feel
and you're a quarterback at that.
PEDs come first because everybody don't want no cheater. And then gambling comes second. And then now he's coming online talking he had a gambling addiction. He's trying to like kid, like you should have thought before you did it. You know what I'm saying? This becomes being an adult, Clyde. You do some stuff, you do the crime, you do the time. And thank God you didn't get locked up. Go ahead, Clyde. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, self-snitching is crazy. The younger generation has lost their mind. Brandon Aiuk posted videos of him committing a speed crime, and Brandon Sorsby over here telling people he's bet almost 6 figures in gambling like it's something that's normalized and okay to do. Like, I don't understand these people. Like, at the end of the day, like, now everyone has to question your integrity. Even if you go to the draft in 2027, the NFL never forgets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they could use you as an example. So, I mean, good news is at least he's going to have another year of playing. Bad news is he's going to have to clean this up for the rest of the year and make sure he's not a problem so it don't affect his draft options because clearly he's going to go to the draft next season. But self-snitching is crazy. Like, out of all the ways to get caught doing what you want to do, I'm thinking like, oh, somebody lost an investigation and they saw that he was gambling and they caught him. You telling the story is wild. That's something you should have kept to yourself.
That's funny.
But I mean, God does everything he wants to do because it's working out for him. So amen to that. All right. And so we're moving on to a little bit more serious topic.
Yeah.
Today Chris Johnson came out and discussed his ALS diagnosis, and I'm gonna give a little background what ALS is. It's also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, and it's a immune disease that attacks your neurons in your brain, and it also attacks your mobility in your spinal cord. This is a disease that has no cure. And it's basically a death sentence when it's assigned to you. And Chris Johnson, the former running back in the NFL, currently was diagnosed today. And well, he was been diagnosed, but he announced it today. And it's just something that's very serious. Like right now, they're saying that ALS and football are not connected, but research is saying that if you're an NFL player, you're 4 times more likely to get it. This is a very rare disease, and your chances go up if you play football. But there's multiple studies fighting against it. But it's just something we want to acknowledge today. Ethan, what are your thoughts on this?
Um, very touchy topic. Very a type of topic that like could move anybody. Um, and especially like a guy like me who actually looked up when he was at Eastern Carolina, a guy who saw him in who saw him his 2,000 yard career. He had a 2,000 yard season. Like Kalai, this is a guy, man, that like comes from where I'm from. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Who looks like me, like looks like the guys I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing him playing with golds in his mouth, the wicks, the locks. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing that and seeing how humble he is. You know what I'm saying? Like how he gave back to the hood and things like that. Cause like that touched me. And then it's now it's bigger than football. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's bigger than football. It's at that point where like it's one situation where like only thing you can say is damn.
yeah.
Like from and he said something, Claude, that was very touchy. He said a year ago he was playing with his kids, picking
Mm,
her up. Now a year later he can't. Like that part, man, that kind of struck me, man. And it's one of it's bigger than football. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like he gave the game all he had, and now it's times his fans, family members, man. Like I think just keep him and his family in his prayers, and let's just bring awareness to ALS. You know what I'm saying? And then dog, it's one of those situations, Clyde, where like it sucks. It sucks. He's 30, 38, 39.
mm,
38, 39, young man, you know what I'm saying? Has kids, beautiful wife. Like Clyde, this is a guy that like I told you, like I said, like he's like he comes from where he's from. He's from South Florida, so like that kind of touched me, man. Um, so yeah, man. His one of his quotes said, and Clyde, he said it, and it was beautiful. He said, "Clyde, I have two choices. I can give up, or I can fight." And I
mm.
chose to fight. That shows, man, that that tough, mental toughness, man. Like that he's accepted. He's accepted his diagnosis because he was diagnosed in 2025, but
Yeah.
he's choosing to fight it, man. And yeah, Clyde, you got anything?
Yeah, I mean that is really sad, and what you said, I fully understand, and I hope him and his family the best. It's just hard for me to take stories like that, because as a running back, your whole career is made of you getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? And I know they're saying that there's no direct connection or proof that you can get ALS from being in the league, but you just think about the CTE cases, you think about other players who've dealt with similar issues, as far as mental health disorders, suicidal thoughts. And it's like, I just want to, put it out there. I hope the NFL is doing all it can do to protect their players, all it can do for their retired players and their current players to live a full life. But to get hit with a disease like that at 38, when you have a whole life ahead of you, is very difficult. Thank God he's, someone who made millions of dollars, so he probably can afford the top care. But my prayers will be with him, and I'll be following this story closely, and hopefully he has somewhat of recovery from this, or you slow the process down. And that's the only treatment they currently have at the moment. All right, guys. So moving on to the FIFA World Cup. USA lost to Turkey. Yikes. But USA did make it to another round. They're number one in their group, so super excited for that. Right now in the world of FIFA, the trending stories that we have going on at the moment is that Argentina. People are saying that Argentina has the easiest path with the group they have to get to the next round. Everyone's in the elimination round right now. It's super excited. All the videos are going viral. People at the FIFA World Cup are trying American food for the first time in the culture. I think the world of soccer will be changed for Americans going forward. Isa, what are your thoughts?
What my thoughts? So I'm just stuck on the last topic. My thoughts right now is let's talk about the Argentina and the path to their World League, their World Cup debut. Clark, I believe that's bull. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we've seen Turkey knock off the U.S. So Clyde, man, it's these guys are playing so that whole debacle or that whole thing. Hey, listen, they're there. You know what I'm saying? And congratulations to all the 32 teams that were selected in the brackets. Right now, fans that you don't know, now it's do or die. It's elimination, one game elimination, and we're moving on. So I'm glad to see, man. Like I've been said from the beginning, I'm rooting for Lionel Messi in Argentina. That's who I'm going. That's who I got my chips behind. Say, hey, look, I can gamble. I can gamble. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, how much you putting on it?
Hey, look, not that kind of gamble. I'm gambling.
All right,
I'm
all
not
right.
gambling. Hey, but listen though, but I'm putting my money on Argentina. It's my favorite to win. Cloud, you got any ideas? I know you're gonna say the USA, so
Hey, Hades out the picture. I'm American. I'm Team USA. Hopefully that injured player comes back. But I'm super excited. I think like especially if the USA make it to the next round after the knockout round. Oh man, the country gonna go up. Them tickets gonna release, and if they playing in Philly again, I'm down to go see it. But I'm super excited. I think when America wins is gonna be soccer now, no longer football. But but Argentina is definitely the favorite. Everybody is feeling the vibe. But we'll see. With that being said, we had our final segment. I got a couple of questions for you. Let me know what's going on.
talk to me.
What are you looking for the NBA next week? You think we got another big storyline coming out? Rapid fire.
I want to see where Jalen Brown goes.
I want to see where LeBron goes. Next question. One bold prediction for training camp. You think there's gonna be any stars coming out? How do you feel about Mendoza, the first round draft pick? Thoughts?
Thoughts? I believe I want to see what Carolina does, how they build, how they going to transform with an amazing season that they had last year. How they're going to build off of that. You know, I'm a Carolina fan, so that's what my eyes on.
All right. Well, I'm on year two. I'm here to see what the rookie class was like last year. I'm here to see how they progress. My only eyes on the current rookie class is Mendoza. I'm super excited to see if he progress or we know what can happen. All right. You still think Argentina going to win it all?
Yes.
I think no. All right. Thank you guys so much. It's your boy Claude. Remember, every Tuesday at 8 a.m. ET, we dropping these episodes. Make sure you watch, like, comment, subscribe. The next following day, we're going to have the clips out and going. Make sure you guys support us. And, hey, it's the review. Any last words, Easy?
Bow! Hey, Clyde. Like I
Yes,
said,
sir.
man, y'all. Hey, shout out to the review, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe, man. Drop us some info, man. Like what you want to hear, what you want to talk about, because we're here for you. So yeah, Clyde. Go ahead, Clyde. Take
All
us
right,
home,
y'all.
brother.
See y'all next week.